Let's have a look at the 17th again now.
Well, the water left is a concern for those people that are prepared to take a fairway wood or a driver. Not many players will. Most players will take an iron from the tee, feed it down the right-hand side, maybe let the breeze do its work and bring the ball back into the middle of the fairway, and from there a mid-iron, mid to short, or maybe a mid-iron to the flag, as we mentioned earlier, tucked in the very centre of the green and some 23 paces back. And virtually everything feeds in from both sides, so theoretically at least it should be one of the more accessible flag positions on that green.
Let's see what Justin Rose can do. He's got an iron in his hand.
Very aggressive through the ball, swinging it very well at present. Full of confidence, you get the feeling, after a successful year in the United States, not in terms of winning tournaments, but in terms of the way he's finished off a few events of late and really just gone to another level in 2006 with his game, Justin Rose.
Currently 69th in the world rankings and desperately keen to get into the top 50, obviously. At the 18th.
Well, he's asking it for it to get lucky, and it will need to be very lucky in there.
Well, they've cleaned away so much of the undergrowth there, but you'll be able to go in and have a look for the ball. In the old days, you wouldn't have been able even to go in there and look for it. That would have been a lost ball.
Aaron Pike with this hybrid club that he's used for much of the day from the tee, and feeding this obviously down the right half from the breeze, bringing it back, as you can see, pitching in the right half of the fairway and feeding back a little bit. It does camber a little bit from right to left, and the crowd behind you, it was a very good tee shot, and so it is.
I haven't seen too much of John Sendon today because Sendon hasn't really been moving up the way. He's 1 over par for the day, and he's got that for par at the last.
Well, he's had a demanding few days following his Australian Open victory. Everybody wanted a piece of him throughout the course of the last few days, and eventually that's going to catch up on a player, and it's certainly caught up on him today. He's moved backwards where most others have moved forward, so a surprising and disappointing day for him.
Just the two players in the top 20 who are over par today, and that's Sendon and Aaron Pike, who's 2 over. Well, he's found the ball there. Well, up at the green, Simon Khan for a birdie. It'd be nice to hold this one, but it's a slow putt coming back up the hill. It was a very, very good effort, but 4 for Simon Khan at the end.
Yes, and Renton, a disappointing finish after working himself very much into contention. 2 bogeys on both the 16th and 17th holes, and not quite the way he had in mind, I'd imagine, when he stood on the 16th tee.
71, 66, 72 is Sendon. He makes a good up and down. '69, '68, but 74 for Sendon today has cost him his chance probably of a gold jacket and the chance to do what Robert Allenby did last year here in Australia, win the big 3. This one, the Australian Open and the Australian PGA.
Perfect position here for Rose. Flag from the breeze bringing the ball in from the right, but it seems that he might have left this out to the right. And we've seen that bunker shot earlier today with both Paul Casey and one other player struggling to get up and down.
It's a shot that troubles him because he's been in that bunker before this week. Just coming back into play, really, isn't he?
Well, that is a tremendous break for Greg Chalmers, provided he's able to capitalise on it.
Not sure where that went. Well, there it is, just short of the green. Well, just wide of the green.
Right, out of the bunker, you know the little hollow where you walk off on the left side? Yeah. It's in there on the grass.
Yeah, well, his caddy's got it right. He's told him exactly where it is. This Greg didn't have a clue where it had finished once it left the club.
Now, don't go into the bunker on the right. As we heard Brett Ogle say, if you're going to miss this green at all, miss it on the left.
Well, the way he twirled the club in his follow-through suggested that might be the sort of pose that he puts on it when he likes the shot, and he's got every reason to like that shot.
A breath of fresh air, really.
He is. He's aggressive. He's articulate. He's just gone on with the job today. Despite that shaky start, it's a very impressive bounce back from that shaky start, and to be 9 under, I think there would be many out here predicting that wouldn't be the case at the end of the day and in 4th place. Still got a hole to play, of course. Might improve on that position yet.